all are studying very well at your end. Today we will continue our lesson number 11, that is states of matter. So here we start. What is matter? Remember, matter is anything that has weight and occupies space. For example, the pencil with which you write, the eraser with which you erase. It has weight, having very less weight but still having weight. And it also needs some space. You can keep it in your geometry box. It occupies some space now. Similarly, air. Air is also having weight. It occupies space. So, all these things are matter. Do you remember the three states of matter? Three states of matter are solids, liquids and gases. Yes. Now, let us discuss about interconversion of the states of interconversion. Interconversion means changing of one state to another. Means solid can be changed to liquids. Liquids can be changed to solids or gases, and so on. Before that, can you tell me a substance that exists naturally in all these three states? In nature, this substance is present in three states. Can you name that substance? Yes, it is water. It is the only matter which exists on earth naturally in these three states. What is frozen water called as? Ice. We can find glaciers of ice. Snow is there. Liquid water we can find in rivers, in lakes, oceans. Gaseous state we can find water vapor in the air. Yes, can you tell me why interconversion of states of matter takes place? It takes place due to two main reasons, that is change in temperature and pressure. However, we will study only change in temperature. That is, first is heating, other is cooling. What are the processes that takes place due to heating? They are melting and vaporization. Similarly, there are two processes that takes place on cooling, that is freezing and condensation. Children, a brief review. What is melting? What is vaporization? That is conversion of solids to liquids. Remember the molecular arrangement of these substances? Yes, conversion of solid to liquid, we call it as melting. And when we heat a liquid, it converted to gas. And what do we call it as? We call it as vaporization. Taking an example of this, ice is a solid form. It changes to water. This is called melting. And when we heat water, it changes to gaseous substance. This gaseous substance is called as vaporization. Now children, in the same manner, we will discuss the effect of cooling on changing states of matter. So continuing with our example, what happens when we heat a ice or a solid? It changes to water. And heating of water changes to water vapors or steam. Now reverse case. What happens when we heat water vapors? They are converted back to water or liquid form. Similarly, when we keep water in a freezer, we are reducing its temperature. What happens when we keep water in a freezer? Definitely, it is solidifies. On cooling, it changes to solid ice. Let's see how it happens. Similarly, a liquid changes its state to solid by solidification or freezing. What happens? Liquid molecules are loosely packed. When they are cooled, their molecules come closer to each other as their energy is decreased. Why their energy is decreased? Because heat energy is taken away from them. Since their energy is decreased, So their movement decreases and they come closer to each other. And children, can you tell me what type of matter we call it as when these molecules are tightly packed? Yes, they are now becoming solid as their shape becomes fixed and stable. So this process of conversion of liquid to solid, we call it as freezing or solidification. For example, we are keeping ice here in the freezer for some time. What will we observe? We see water has changed to ice. That is from liquid form to solid form. Now, when we boil water, water vapors are formed and they change to gas form. This gas form is changed to liquid form. See, I have heating a liquid and cover it with a lid, and after some time when I remove the lid, I can see water droplets. This process is called as incondensation. The molecules of the gas come closer to each other and they can be converted to a liquid drop. We can say three states of matter are interconvertible. That is, solid upon melting gives liquid and liquids upon vaporization gives gases. Gases on cooling, the process is called as condensation, gives liquid, and liquids on cooling by the process of freezing or solidification converted into solids. So, let us again observe the processes. What are the three processes? Solids, when we heat them, they are converted to liquid. This process is called as melting. Yes, for example, your ice cream. When you are eating an ice cream and I will say you will eat it after 10 minutes, what will you say? You will definitely say, ma'am, it melts. What is melts? Melts means melting. A solid form changes to a liquid form. Right? Next is changing of a liquid into gas upon heating. This is called as evaporation. Okay. Now next, what happens when we cool a liquid? When we keep water in a freezer? It converts to solid and that is called as freezing or solidification. Next, what happens when we change gas into a liquid? Water vapors into a water. This process is called as condensation. Now children, there is another thing. Do you think any substance which is in solid form, for example naphthalene balls, these balls your mom keeps in a woolen clothes when she packed the clothes after winters? These naphthalene balls, they are in solid form, but next year when you pick it out, the naphthalene balls disappear. Where it goes? Bete, naphthalene balls, they are in solid form. They are directly converted to the gas and diffuse in the air. Means there are the substances that can be converted directly from solid to gaseous state. Okay. And this process we call it as sublimation. Hope the topic is clear to you. Children, now it is the time for activity. So, what is our activity? What is the aim of the activity? To understand the process of condensation. Before that, I also want to tell you that condensation also occurs in nature. For example, formation of water from steam, from dew, fog. We have seen in winter days. Yes. Formation of clouds also takes place due to condensation. Now let us continue with our activity. What is the aim of the activity? To understand the process of condensation. What is the material needed? Bunsen burner, test tube, stand, water and cork. Method. Take a test tube, fill it with water, then hold it in a stand and heat it. When we heat it, when it starts heating near to boiling, then we will cover it with a cork and let it boil some time. After that, when we remove a cork, what will we observe? We observe that there are small water droplets at the bottom of the cork. So, what we can conclude, or what is the result of the activity? The conclusion is that when water boils, it gets converted to steam and the steam gets collected at the bottom of the cork. Due to low atmospheric temperature, yes, the temperature in the atmosphere is low, it converts back into liquid state. Means steam gets converted back into liquid state and these liquid drops you will observe here. Okay children, you can also take the help of book at page number 102 and from there you can complete this activity and complete the other assignments by taking the help of book as well as the tutorials and the given assignments. So, goodbye. See you in the next tutorial.